I'm David Warren, co-founder of Bridgeford Trust Company and chairman of the board, and we are absolutely thrilled to again be sponsoring Heckerling under, of course, different circumstances, unfortunately. Through COVID, of course, we have to do this virtually, but nonetheless, we are very excited to be part of what has become really a tradition here in the trust and estates world. And I think what I'll miss more, however, is the idea of not being able to entertain with all of you at the mosh pit, or I meant to say, the bar in the lobby. But hopefully sometime soon we'll be able to see you all in person and have that glass of wine together. You know, over the years, Bridgeford has evolved to the point to be able to become a sponsor of Heckerling, which we were very proud of a couple years ago, which for us at Bridgeford marked sort of the beginning of Bridgeford actually having a place, a solid place in the trust and estates world, and particularly the trust world. Of course, we're a South Dakota Trust Company, wildly proud to be so. We went there, of course, for specific reasons many years ago, and as so many of you know, South Dakota has really ascended to what we believe to be a top-tier trust jurisdiction, and that really isn't just the opinion of me or Bridgeford Trust Company or our founders, but really the opinion of some very bright people, Trust and Estates Magazine and other publications. Be sure on that point to check out our chart. We have built that chart over the years. Last year was very well received at Heckerling. I know that it made its way around the world, and we're humbled by that. And what it does is objectively just compare top-tier trust jurisdictions and takes the time to create citations that make sense and really give some guidance as to what is the top tier or the best trust jurisdiction. And that has been something that Bridgeford has been passionate about from the beginning of Bridgeford, and we continue to feel, particularly for international families, that decision is as important as a decision to have a trust in the first place. So we certainly encourage you, of course, to look at that updated chart, which includes a topic that has become particularly compelling as we go through COVID, and that is fiscal soundness. And there's no question that in addition to the myriad of other reasons why South Dakota is such a powerful trust jurisdiction, but the aspect of understanding which state is strong coming through what has been a tremendously burdensome and stressful aspect of our history, quite frankly, and understanding which state is most likely to continue to not tax trusts or not have a state income tax. And unequivocally, South Dakota has been ranked #1 in terms of fiscal soundness for many reasons, not the least of which a Pew Family Foundation report had indicated that in terms of tax volatility, South Dakota has, over the last 20 years, has had the least amount of tax volatility, which certainly means that the likelihood of South Dakota ever imposing a state tax is extremely and extraordinarily unlikely, also because it would be unconstitutional. So as we look at those materials, I also want you to focus on, if you can, privacy. South Dakota always has been considered to be the strongest trust jurisdiction from a privacy perspective. Trust and Estates Magazine, for at least 6 or 7 years now, has continued to point to that state as the most powerful privacy provisions. Of course, we're not talking about secrecy, we're talking about privacy, and that has driven so much activity into South Dakota, as has its progressive trust laws around giving direction and control to settlers and beneficiaries and their advisors with respect to important aspects of trust administration. So overall, when we consider all of these aspects in conjunction with Bridgeford's very nimble and entrepreneurial approach to client service and interaction with advisors, we just continue to be wildly enthusiastic about what we're doing. Recently, we are now in Florida. We have launched our offices. We did so right before COVID hit, and now as we come through COVID, I'm happy to be leading that charge, if you will, in Miami and South Florida, which has already been very successful in terms of our work with international families and advisors all over the state and all over really that part of the country. So from Bridgeford's perspective, the state of our union is strong, and we are extremely excited about the future of where we're heading. As we come through COVID, we have plans in place to expand on the West Coast and into New York City, and we just continue to be humbled and proud of the families that we serve around the country and across the globe, and the number of top-tier advisors that look to Bridgeford for solutions when they need a sophisticated trust solution. I hope you have a great conference. Please look at our materials. Take the time to look at our digital media. That has become extremely important, particularly through COVID and the lockdowns. Bridgeford's YouTube channel with over 30 educational videos and webinars has become particularly relevant and viewed in many cases, in some cases by over 15,000 people in certain videos that we've put out. And it's all education, it's not sales, and it's built to be of use to the advisor community. Our podcast has become wildly successful. We've interviewed some of the top minds in the United States and around the world in terms of sophisticated planning and asset protection and privacy strategies. So again, wish we were with you. Looking forward to that next year. For those of you in Florida, certainly please let me know when you're in Miami, and I'd love to see you, and I hope to see you at a future conference. So again, reach out to us directly through our website or give me a call directly, and we'd be happy to talk with you. Enjoy the conference.